We're making calamari alla checca, which is just calamari pan sauteed with some breadcrumbs and a tomato salad. So all I did was soak the calamari, which was cut in rings, in whole milk. About a cup of whole milk to a pound and a half of calamari. Let that soak like 6 or 7 hours, even overnight, preferably if you think about it early enough, which, let's face it, none of us pre-plans like that, but try. But even like doing it in the morning for dinner that night would be fine. You probably want to go get the calamari, bring it home, wash it, dry it, soak it in milk right away. You want to use that as soon as you bring it home from the fishmonger. And I haven't made this recipe in a long time because I'm downtown and there isn't a good fishmonger downtown. That I'm sure there is, but I never think of going to one. When I lived in Midtown, I lived near a fish place that I loved called Wild Edibles, and I would make this recipe all the time. So we have drained the calamari, and I'm just patting it dry with some paper towel to just get rid of as much excess milk as possible. If a little bit is on there, it's okay. And then we just want to toss it with breadcrumbs. And so I'm going to do this in batches so that it doesn't get gummy. And I'm just going to put a little bit of calamari in here and toss it. Let me see from this here. There you go. The breadcrumbs are already seasoned. That's it, just salt. Anthony put salt in breadcrumbs. He's watching Davina right now. Check him out.
Very romantic.
But once you just want them lightly coated, okay? This is not going to be like the popcorn shrimp at Red Lobster. It's just like a light toss. If you want that like deep fried, deep crusted thing, this is not going to satisfy that yen. But this is going to give you something healthy, which has a little bit of crunch because it's pan sauteed with a nice fresh tomato salad on top and lots of lemon juice. I'm going to get another dish. I'll be right back. Just like, oh God. Okay. And then just shake off the excess. I'm just going to put it in here. Okay, so I'm doing another little batch. You can also put a little chili powder in here. You can also put some dried mango powder or amchur in here. That's what I do when I fry chicken. Those are my 2 secret ingredients. Davina, don't fall asleep. You have to stay awake, okay? Okay. I'm just making the salad. The salad just has tomato. This has a little green chili. And some flat leaf parsley. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, poked all the way through. Anyway. Ooh.
That really works, doesn't it?
It does. It's not just for Instagram. I can't remember. We found it.
Spiced nice on Instagram.
Look at that. There's already a little salt in the tomatoes. We de-seeded them. I'm going to add a tablespoon and a half. I think my younger self was being a little stingy with the butter. So you can see now the butter and oil are all melting together, sizzling. And you want to cook these fairly quickly, okay? Don't let it get too hot. You don't want it to burn, but you want the crumbs to be just, oops, calamari down. Well, he's dead already, so it's too bad for you. You just want to get it crispy, you know, the breadcrumbs like golden, but you don't want to overcook it, because if you overcook it, that's when calamari is gross. You know what? That's enough in this pan at once. You can see they're getting brown a little bit. And the reason you don't add more oil, that you add like, 3 tablespoons of oil and a little bit of butter to raise, is because so much breadcrumb falls off of the calamari that the oil gets really yucky. So I'm doing this in batches. And the salt was perfect. And I know that the breadcrumbs aren't like exactly sticking to the calamari and stuff, but they're on there and it doesn't really matter. It's just to give it that crunch and that, you know, kind of fried, decadent feeling. It doesn't have to be like perfectly coating it, but I like all these crunchy breadcrumbs, so you just want to scrape the pan before it gets too hot or too brown. And so you get this beautiful, I'm gonna put some salt. Some no feeling in my hands. And then this is the salad. I'm just making a small batch right now. I'm gonna do more, but I want everybody here to enjoy it hot. And so, you know, if you're standing at the stove, just make small batches, and it's nice for people hanging out with a cold beer or sangria, which is also in the book. And you just want to give, it's almost like a fried calamari salad. Think of it that way. Look how pretty.
Beautiful.